We know that a June Nintendo Direct is on the way, but in this video we're going to be counting down the top 25 most likely predictions for that Nintendo Direct. We're going to be ranking them, saying if they're possible, not that possible. We're going to be talking about games, new games, remasters, game updates, and the actual date for the Nintendo Direct in June. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. Before we get started with this video, make sure you are hitting that subscribe button and also liking. We are on the road to 2,000 subs and we're less than 50 subs away from doing that. So if you could subscribe if you haven't already and ring the bell, it would massively help us out. Also make sure you're liking and commenting because that does help us out too. Anyway, let's get on with prediction 1 for the June Nintendo Direct. So the first thing I want to talk about is a brand new 2D Zelda, a top-down 2D Zelda, because we haven't had a brand new one since 2015 with Triforce Heroes, and then 2019 since the Link's Awakening remake. And I just think that it's now finally time for a brand new 2D Zelda for the Switch. It would be a nice way to end off the Switch's life cycle. We usually have a Zelda game once every year on the Switch. I think there was one year, 2022, where we didn't get one, but I really do think it is now time for a Zelda game, a 2D Zelda game, just to finish off the Switch library. I also think that a Link Between Worlds as a HD remaster could also happen as well. Of course, we've been having lots of remasters this year. Of course, we're seeing Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, so to remaster a 3DS game, I feel like that would be pretty probable. I feel like that is something that they could do. Because of this, I feel like this is somewhat likely to happen in this Direct. It's not 100% confirmed. I really don't think it's going to definitely be there, but at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if it was. Another game that I think is pretty likely is Star Fox Assault HD. Now recently we've been hearing some rumours about this game. I made a video about it just a couple of days ago, and people are thinking, there's some rumours going around, that a new Star Fox remaster from Star Fox Assault from the GameCube is coming to the Switch. We've been seeing lots of remasters just lately with Paper Mario, so people are thinking that it's now time that Star Fox makes an appearance on the Nintendo Switch, and I feel like a remaster would work very, very well. Of course, we have heard rumours, we don't know if they're true or not. We always seem to hear rumours about Star Fox, but could now be the time for a new Star Fox game this Direct. I feel like this would be a good end of year life cycle. Again, another remaster. Another, I think, very likely thing to happen in this Nintendo Direct. Again, not all the things are going to be happening in this Direct. Not everything I talk about I think is going to happen in this Direct. I feel like some of them might happen. I don't think we're going to get everything I talk about in this video, but I really do think a Star Fox game, or a remaster of an older Star Fox game, could be possible for the Switch. It's been a while since the last Mario sports game. Of course, we had Strikers in 2022, but we haven't seen anything from Camelot, the developers of Mario Golf, since 2021. 3 years to make a brand new Mario sports game, so I feel like it would be likely that we are able to see a new Mario sports game launch for the Switch this year. Now, I feel like the only sport we have left is baseball, so I feel like a baseball game could be on the way, or they could be doing a compilation, just something Mario sports related. I feel like is likely to happen within this Nintendo Direct. Splatoon 3 is going into its final season, and I feel like it is time for one final trailer just showing how they're going to end Splatoon 3. How is the last Splatfest going to change the next game? What further final updates are we going to have to the game? Just finishing off Splatoon 3 as a whole. I don't feel like this is going to be a huge update because we are just got the new season update, but just some kind of update that will be coming in September would be great to see within this Direct. Just some kind of updates on how the game is going to end and what we can look forward to on the final months of Splatoon 3. I feel like that is pretty likely to happen within this Nintendo Direct. I would love to hear about a Splatoon spin-off, or maybe even a confirmation of 4, but I really don't think that's likely at all. I feel like they'll finish Splatoon 3 first. But yeah, that's what I'm really excited for. I really hope that Splatoon 3 gets some kind of mention within this Direct. Luigi's Mansion 2 HD is out at the end of this month, and I feel like it would be weird if we didn't have a mention from it within this Direct. Maybe one final trailer just showing off some new features, maybe an online mode. Nothing huge, just to remind everybody that it is coming at the end of this month. Of course, we are getting this Direct this month. Any day now we can have this Nintendo Direct. So yeah, just to hear about Luigi's Mansion 2 just before it releases at the end of the month just makes sense. This Direct could also finally be the time that we finally see Nintendo DS games come to to Nintendo Switch Online. We saw this with the Wii U. It makes sense to bring them over to the Switch. I feel like this would only be available for the expansion pack members, and yeah, I don't know, I just feel like it's been a while since we've had something new come to Switch Online, and I think DS games would be a great choice for that. Similarly to this, we could also see GameCube games potentially come to the online service. I feel like those games are quite big though, so I don't know how that would work. Maybe you'd have to download them individually, but it would be great to see GameCube games come over to the Switch. We saw that Nintendo has a great GameCube emulator with Mario Sunshine on Mario 3D All-Stars, so yeah, it makes sense for GameCube games to come over to Switch. It would be amazing if they did. Up next, I feel like this is quite unlikely, but you know, I just thought I'd add it in here anyway. Metroid Prime 2 and 3 remastered for the Switch. Obviously, we got the first game on the Switch. I love it. It's such a great game. I've been playing lots of it, almost at the end of it now. Really enjoyed Metroid Prime remastered. Anyway, I feel like it could be possible for us to see the remasters of 2 and 3, but I really don't think that it would happen. I feel like Nintendo will just do the one Metroid Prime. We will talk about Metroid later in this video though, so please do keep sticking around. We will talk about Metroid Prime in just a little bit. Another remaster that would be great to see, but I feel like it is pretty unlikely, is Kid Icarus Uprising, just because of the way the 3DS controlled. You know, it just makes sense to bring that over to Switch. Having two sticks to, you know, control the game makes a lot of sense. And of course the game looks beautiful, so uprising that into HD would look absolutely amazing. So yeah, I feel like that would look really good, and it would be a great remake to get, great remaster to get. It'd be easy for them to make. Just, I don't know why they don't do it. It should be just really good. I just don't think it's going to happen though. I really don't think it's going to happen. This next prediction is a bit of a weird one, but I really do think we're going to see a new Pac-Man World game. Now, of course, a couple of years ago we got a remaster of the original one, and I believe it sold pretty well. It was a decent enough game, and you know what, for the most part I really enjoyed it. I would love to see a brand new 3D Pac-Man game. I feel like that would be really fun to see. So yeah, I really think that this Direct could have a new Pac-Man game. That's my sort of out of left field weird prediction that we might happen, it might not happen, but I really do think we do have a strong chance of a new Pac-Man game coming. This next prediction, I really do think we're going to be seeing something from Epic Mickey Rebrushed. Now, this was announced in the partner showcase, and for me it was the highlight because I really liked the Wii game, and to see that it's getting a remaster, remake, coming to the Switch and other platforms. Yeah, I'm really excited for this one. I just want to see some actual gameplay footage of the Switch version to see which version I want to grab to play this game, because I feel like it will look really good from what we've seen from the trailer. So yeah, excited for this one. I feel like a quick 30-second trailer, because we've seen it in the previous Direct, I feel like we could see it again, and yeah, just excited just to see more of this remake, remaster, just to understand what it really is. Up next is Mario Party, and I feel like this one's quite likely. We've heard some rumours about a codename Banquet from the developers of Mario Party. So yeah, the developers are working on something. We just don't know if it's for this console or for the next one. We haven't had anything since Mario Party Superstars. We haven't had anything since then. So it is getting pretty likely that we will see a brand new title. It's been 3 years. It's time for a brand new Mario Party, I feel. Just something just to round off the Switch, or something in that first year of the Switch 2 for a new Mario Party would work very well. I don't know, just having two Mario Parties on one system doesn't really seem like much. I feel like Nintendo would want to do another Mario Party. So yeah, one final Mario Party I feel like is all but confirmed for this Nintendo Direct. Another one that I feel like is pretty likely is finally to hear about a Zelda remaster. Now, I talked earlier in the video about a 2D Zelda. I think it's unlikely that we're going to get a 2D Zelda and also Zelda remasters in the Direct, but I feel like it's time. We've heard rumours, we've heard things about these remasters for a very long time. These are the last two Zelda games we need on the Switch. They were both on the Wii U. They could easily be brought over to the Switch. It makes sense. Now the question is, are we going to get them as one game or as two? To be honest, I'm not really sure. Obviously it's between this and also Twilight Princess. So yeah, just Zelda remasters. I feel like one of them might get announced, or they might get announced as a set, having both games on one cartridge. That would be amazing, but yeah, we'll have to just wait and see. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some Zelda remasters within this Nintendo Direct. The next game that I feel like could be quite possible is a Dr. Mario game. Now, I don't know if they'd do this as just an eShop game, or as a full price game, or as a 99 game even. But yeah, we haven't had a new Dr. Mario game since, what, 2013? A mainline one. We had one on the Wii U, Miracle Cure. That was on the Wii U. And of course, we have had one in 2019, which was just a mobile game, but that has been shut down. because it didn't perform that well. So yeah, we haven't had one in a while. Now I feel like Dr. Mario 99, Dr. Mario Online would work very well for the Switch, and I feel like it would just be a quick, easy, end of life cycle game they could just throw up on the eShop and make a little bit of money on, maybe. I don't know, maybe as a bonus for Switch Online members. I don't know, the possibilities are endless really with this one. But yeah, just kind of an out there prediction. I'm hoping for a brand new Dr. Mario. One of the things that I feel like is the most likely for this Nintendo Direct is a look, the first look at Metroid Prime 4. Now, obviously development's restarted back in 2019, so that's been over 5 years now, and we haven't really seen anything, and I feel like this is going to be a late Switch release, and we're almost at the end of the Switch life cycle, so I really do think it is time that we finally see Metroid Prime 4, and if it's not in this Direct, then it has to be the next one, and it has to be sometime soon. We've been waiting forever for this game. Another prediction that I have, because I feel like these happen every single Direct, just something Kirby related. I feel like every year we get a Kirby game, sometime having multiple games every single year. So yeah, we haven't heard anything from Kirby since that remaster that we had about a year ago, Return to Dreamland. So yeah, I feel like we are pretty likely to hear about something to do with Kirby in this Direct. Maybe just a little mini like spin-off game, hopefully another 3D game, but I feel like they'd save that for the next Switch. One thing that I'd love to see would be a brand new Donkey Kong game, whether that's a 2D one or a 3D one. We haven't heard anything from Donkey Kong since 2014, so it would be great to see a new Donkey Kong game. Unless it's a remaster, I don't see them remastering the original Donkey Kong Country or Donkey Kong Country Returns. So yeah, I just don't feel like they're going to do anything new, or remaster, sorry, they're not doing anything remasters. I feel like in terms of doing something new, I don't know, I feel like they'd wait for the next Switch, but it would be great to see Donkey Kong in some form in this Nintendo Direct. One game that fans have been waiting for a very long time is Hollow Knight Silksong, and the game was rated a couple of months ago. We are just waiting on more news about it. We haven't heard anything from the devs in a very, very long time. So could this Nintendo Direct be finally the time that they're going to show it off? It's weird. I feel like they've been waiting for a Direct. Team Cherry have been waiting for a Direct to show this off. So could this Direct be a reveal trailer for a release date trailer? I don't know, it's a tough one. All I know is fans have been waiting a very, very long time for this, and I hope that we finally see it. One prediction that could happen, but I feel like it is very unlikely at this point, is a new Mario and Sonic game. Of course, the Olympics are taking place in just a couple of months or so it does make sense for a new one, but I feel like they would have already announced this by now, unless they want to do like a free-to-play kind of thing for Mario and Sonic, and then they just, you know, shadow drop that onto the eShop. That would be one way to do it, but yeah, I feel like this one's really unlikely, but wanted to mention it anyway, just in case. One thing that we haven't got yet onto the Switch is classic Pokemon games, and this year is finally the year where Nintendo and the Pokemon Company are taking a year off, it seems for the most part, to go without a Pokemon release. Well, because they're taking a year off, does it make sense for them to announce Pokemon, like the older games, the Game Boy games, the DS games, to be brought over to the Switch in like a compilation, like a 3D All-Stars kind of thing, over to the Switch? Does that now make sense? Is it now the time for that? I don't know. Just putting this in there just to make sure, you know, just as a bold prediction. I feel like Nintendo and the Pokemon Company would announce this in their own presentation, but we have seen Pokemon be a part of Nintendo Directs, so maybe this could happen. It's just kind of a bit of a weird prediction just to throw in there. It would be great to get some of the Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, DS games over onto the Switch. Up next is Sonic and Shadow Generations. Now, we have already seen some footage of this at Summer Game Fest, but a similar thing happened with Sonic Frontiers. They showed some footage and some trailers, and then a Nintendo Direct happened and they showed some more footage. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Sonic and Shadow Generations in this next Nintendo Direct. Nothing huge, nothing exciting, just another little trailer, just saying it's coming to Switch with some Switch footage thrown in there. It's been a long time since we heard anything from Dragon Quest with the remakes that are working on the 2D, 3D remakes, so I feel like we'll probably end up seeing that in the Nintendo Direct. I feel like we always see some of these 3D, 2D sort of games from Square Enix. Another thing people have been asking for is Tamagotchi Life for the Nintendo Switch, either a remake or a sequel, and I feel like, you know, we've been waiting a long time for this, and it's a great game just to sort of have to fill in the last year of the Switch. Another weird prediction that I've got, which is kind of out of nowhere, is something for Switch Online that I feel like is very, very possible, and that is Dreamcast games coming over to Nintendo Switch. Now, I feel like that is quite likely to happen because we also have Sega Mega Drive games already on the Switch, and I feel like some Dreamcast games brought over to Switch Online would add a lot of value over to the Switch. I just feel like it would be a really good fit. And my final prediction for the video, prediction number 25, is that we're going to be getting the Direct on either a Tuesday, Wednesday or Thursday of this month. Now, I feel like if I had to make a prediction, I feel like we'd get it on either the 12th or the 13th, the 19th or 20th, or the 26th or the 27th. But if I had to make an actual guess, a definitive guess, I would say that I think the Direct is going to be coming on the 13th or the 12th in just a couple of days' time. Alright everybody, thank you so much for watching. In this video we've counted down the top 25, I think, most likely predictions for the Nintendo Direct that is coming this month. We've counted down the top 25 things that I think are most likely to happen in this Direct. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, everybody. Do you think this is going to happen? Do you think this is likely? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think I got right? What do you think I got wrong? Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section below because it does massively, massively help us out. Alright everybody, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, make sure you're liking, make sure you're doing all that other good YouTube stuff, and hopefully I will see you in another video. Cheers for watching everybody.